Hey friends, and welcome back to Wild Hearts Homestead. Well, we made it to 2025. I would love to take a look at 2024 and see what we did over here on the farm. As you can see, I finally got a replacement camera for my broken camera, so we can start showing you what we're doing over here again. Still have a lot of garden cleanup going on. I've got that first section all taken care of. This middle section is where I am going to be planting very soon into our cabbages, broccolis, cauliflowers, all that sort of thing. We have some winter rye over there and garlic, and we still have a few cabbages and things left out. Pretty much everything else just needs to get cleaned out at this point. This arch got blowed over in the hurricane, and I'm just cleaning the rest of the beans off of it to give to the chickens. And then we're going to fix this arch and get it back up where it's supposed to be. One of the biggest things to happen on our homestead this year was the birth of our very first lambs. We started out with 2, and very quickly we had 4. We had 3 girls born this year and 1 boy. I told myself I wasn't going to keep any lambs this first year because I didn't want to overwhelm myself by growing my herd too fast, but I did end up keeping 1 girl from my lady Margot. We got amazing milk. It's so delicious and it has an amazing cream line. So I got myself a book to learn how to make cheese. I was making butter, cream cheese, ice cream, and yogurt last year, and this year we added on more cheese making like mozzarella and hard cheeses. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to cheese making, but I'm hoping to perfect this even more in 2025. I didn't have a cheese press, so I just made it work with books I had, because have you seen the prices of cheese presses? Oh my goodness. I'm hoping maybe I can find a used one on Marketplace. The barn got a few upgrades. I built a hay stall to keep the hay from getting torn apart by the sheep, and I also built a second stall so that we have multiples for our sheep for next year, and also for Caspian for the fall. I got to see some amazing skies during milking times. This year, instead of buying chicks, we hatched all of our own chicks. We were selling chicks and then keeping some for ourselves and just keeping the girls. My daughter loves watching the chicks, and she got brave enough to actually hold them this year. One of the jobs that I was working last year, I worked in the evening, and so I wasn't getting home until after dark. And we started having a problem with a pack of raccoons coming and taking our chickens. We actually had a possum in there too. So I said, enough is enough. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care if it's not frugal. I'm just going to get this chicken coop done. So I drafted up a plan, and my dad helped me put together a solid chicken coop with an automatic door that would close whether I was home or not on a schedule, so that I didn't have to worry about not being home in time for closing up the chickens. I also had a family from our church show me how to process roosters. I upgraded our irrigation with timers and sprinklers, which compared to watering by hand with buckets of rainwater, it wasn't more frugal, but I needed that time saving. Sometimes I didn't make it out to turn off the sprinklers before the rain came. We had some new plants in our garden, some peonies, some double-colored irises, blue shelling peas, and rutabagas. I built a little stand on wheels so that I could prep stuff in the garage and then wheel it out to be sold. This year was my biggest garden yet. I still haven't used all of the space in my garden for growing in the summer, but I used more of it than I ever have before. Our freezers were so stuffed that I had to make sauce twice. I was hoping to wait until the winter to do all this cooking, but Ellie was a great helper in the kitchen. We did a lot of pickles and a lot of sauce. We still have a good bit of food in the freezer, from green beans and corn to saved buttermilk. One of my favorite parts about the summer garden is seeing all the spiders come back and the frogs and all the other creatures we get to find. My least favorite one was, though, when the cat brought a snake inside. It was tiny, but still. No year would be complete without a bunch of homeschool adventures and many, many trips to the lake together. We also got a wheelchair ramp put on the house and a concrete sidewalk put in, which has been a huge game changer and so helpful. I strive to make my garden a place my kids can be involved but not obligated to do chores at this point yet. So I want to improve on that this year, where I have more of a friendly space for them to just hang out and be with me in the garden, and then they can be participating as they feel led to. My son is in 4-H, and I chose the garden project for him this year. So because it's really difficult for him to work on the ground, I built this barrel for him to grow his little garden in, and he absolutely loved it. And last of all, we can't forget about the hurricane that just happened not too long ago, where we didn't have power for 9.5 days. Gas lines were super long because none of the gas stations had power, so we were cooking on the grill. We were using the generator to get one little lamp at night. There were so many houses destroyed, and it took a long time. There's some people that are still trying to recover from the storm in North Carolina, and we didn't get it nearly as bad here. All in all, I feel like we've had a pretty fantastic year. We've had some changes through the year, some good things and some bad things happen, but overall, I feel like it's been a really good year with a lot of good improvements, and I cannot wait to see what we have happen in 2025 and beyond. Thanks for being here with us. I'll see you all next time. Bye.